Hello everybody and welcome back to the Homestead mod pack. Now, today I have some explaining to do and some other stuff. For the longest time, Hexelia in my world was kind of busted. There was a specific thing that I needed that was not in my mod pack for whatever reason. So I decided to go through and do a deep dive into the mod itself, the fabric edition of the mod. And all the other editions of the mod. I went through 100 different videos. Eventually they showed me something I was missing. What the flower I needed actually looked like, which was the big thing I was needing. I just needed to know what it looked like. But the game was not telling me what the flower looked like. Every time I looked it up, it was not telling me. So when I finally did my research, I discovered that the flower I was looking for rarely spawns in meadow biomes. I went to 4 different meadows in my world and only found 3. That is why I thought this mod was broken, because it is such a rare spawn. So anybody playing with the Hexelia mod, keep your eyes peeled. I'm about to show you what the flower itself looks like because I was so utterly confused. Here is the flower. This is a celestial bloom. It looks almost exactly like a white tulip, which is wild. But I managed to get it working. I managed to do the gale berries and the celestial things and stuff like that. I managed to get those done. Gale berries are in here and the celestial crystals in here. So I have those items. They do exist now. That's the reason this is now complete. Took me about 4 hours to find those flowers. But now that I have it, we can keep moving with this mod. So my goal today is to actually get this mod done. Just how we got the T1 done in the last episode, we are going to finish off where we started with this mod, where it is down here. And the start to that is not only working with all of these foods, but also getting the ovens and stuff like that. I have to get to work on these, which I already have the mod pulled up here, so I know what I need. I just need to get them together. Should be enough to at least make a few of these. There we go. Bottled brews. So that finishes off of this. Which gives me 10 more. Okay, so now I have to learn how to brew these. Which is going to be a whole thing, because I don't even think this tells me. Yeah. I'm going to guess it's something that updates inside the Hexelia book. Like this. Brewing! Okay, brews. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, and it also has shelves in here as well. Shelf. 6 brews or potions. Okay, so we can definitely put those types of shelves in place down here. I think that's all I should need to cover the back wall. Specifically, I was thinking like this wall. There we go. So now we have the shelf to hold up all of the brews we end up making. Okay. Now we've got to get started on brewing all of these. And there we go. That's complete. Now there goes all of those. Now all of these I think just give me XP for completing these. Now these potions do have their own effects, and I'm going to quickly go through and read them off. Bloodlust, the first one, grants the Bloodlust effect, increasing strength and healing a a portion of the damage dealt. Spike Skin grants the Spike Skin effect, increasing armor toughness and reflecting a portion of damage of a portion of received damage back to the attacker. Slime Walker grants the Slime Walker effect, negates fall damage. If you press the sneak key, you will bounce upwards. So it basically turns you into a slime. Brew of Homestead. After consuming this brew, you will teleport back to your assigned spawn point. Which is great. This is probably one we're going to have to take with us. I'm definitely going to need more ender pearls. Grants the Siphon, Brew of Siphon. Grants the Siphon effect, increasing your mining speed and attracting items from a further distance. Good one to take mining. Daybloom grants the Daybloom effect, increasing movement speed and regeneration during the day. However, exposure to dark areas will damage you. Okay. So it makes you a flower. Being in dark areas will hurt you. Brew of Arachnid Grace grants the Arachnid Grace effect, which allows you to move through cobwebs, climb walls vertically, and be immune to poison. So all great potions to have. I think I'll do a second brew set of them to fill out the rest of this, but I'll do that off camera just to decorate the area. But that's all for this. Now we have to get to the food items, which is like the spicy sandwich and stuff like that. This is how this works, by the way. You have to have it surrounded by at least 2 of these flowers, and then you use your hex focus or your wand on it. And that's how that works. The moon is very large. And then 2 wheat. There we go. One I've been wanting to get done for a minute. That's done. And these do give off effects. I'm going to quickly run through and read them off. Grants you speed 2 for 45 seconds. Prevents saturation loss for 45 seconds. Resistance 2 for 45 seconds. And then night vision 2 for 45 seconds. So all very good things. Okay, the next big one we're going to be working on is Seasoned and Settled. But in order to get set up for that one, I need to work on, well, a bit more of the grind area that I was working on beforehand, because that's going to mean moving my creatures. And that was going to go in this area over this way. It was going to go in this clearing up ahead. The problem is I'm having to level down this mountain. Now, I have already started on this. Like, I've done it while just listening to stuff. So I need to do a bit more terraforming over here. Okay. I'm not going to keep doing this now while I'm recording. I am going to level out this tiny bit of dirt and take down this tree so I can quickly just take my animals from over there and start building in some pens and stuff for them. Because I need to get them moved out this direction before I can really finish the area around my house to begin with. And my house has been sitting unfinished for a little too long for my liking. There we go. As if nothing happened. Now, I think I'm going to put in like a small barn-like building. Okay, and there we go. A little bit of a building for specifically the sheeps and the cows. I plan on doing more of like the auto feeders so that they can breed themselves and I don't have to come out here all that often. So I plan on putting some auto feeders out here for them. And then my path is just going to come through here and then slowly weed its way through here. Because eventually I'm going to have to run around and gather up the different types of cows and sheep and stuff like that for meadow and other creatures for other things. So I might as well go ahead and get an area dedicated for that. Now quickly, I am going to put in some torches. I do have torches inside the building, so nothing's going to spawn in it. But I think I'm going to start by moving some of the animals. So I'm thinking about setting up a little lean-to off the side of this building, specifically for the chickens. And just having this, like, dial back to here. Just doing this, and then giving them this little... like a little runner that's right here. Okay. And that's going to look like a little bit of a tarp. So when I put the chickens over here, it's going to make a bit more sense. Okay. So now we have the 3 typical creatures that I would keep. The pigs, I'm probably going to keep them either closer to the house because we don't need that many pigs. I'm going to be completely honest, I just got them to keep the amount of, or to have all the animals if I need them, because some mods require some pig materials, others don't. And I don't know if that's going to be necessary for the next 2 mods I have. But I will go ahead and set them a temporary pen up back here as well. While the chickens have a more, like, long-term, just need some touch-ups, I think I'm going to throw the pigs down here, just in this pink one. So I know this is not their final pen, this is just something temporary until I can get them into an actual pen later. And now the pigs are moved. So now all the animals are away from the house, except for the ones I want to keep over there, like the horse and the llamas and stuff like that. They're all still over here. I'm going to eventually be building them a pen as well. Theirs is going to be more of a classic barn style building. Okay, apparently I need a specific type of onion. Apparently these aren't the right type of onions. I need a specific type for Farm and Charm specifically. Okay, looks like we're going on a little adventure to try and figure out... Oh, I need to empty my inventory first. After I empty my inventory, then we're going on an adventure. Okay. That starts getting all the crops for this. Put in silo and a sprinkler. Obtain the crops and you're ready to plant. To give yourself and your crops the best, rather than putting down a block of water in the ground, craft yourself a sprinkler. This automated infinite water will hydrate tilled soil up to 8 blocks away. Double that of a normal water block. Okay. Okay, and welcome back. This is gonna be all the same video for you guys, but this is gonna be 2 different recording sessions for me. So, in the last little bit, we finished up Herbal Hexes. We, like, completely finished out this mod pack. And then I think we moved the animals? Hold on. Off. Yeah, we moved the animals over here. So now they're out the way. So my next goal was to start working on fleshing out this area a bit more. But I think we can also go ahead and get our area together for the next big mod on the list, which is, you saw it pulled up before, Seasoned and Settled, which is going to need a massive kitchen and a massive storage system on its own. Because the kitchen upstairs was built for Farmer's Delight, which is my favorite mod, which is the reason it got featured up in the top area, in the decorative area. But Seasoned and Settled has 2 different mods. It has Farm and Charm and Candlelight. Yeah, Candlelight. So those 2 mods are going to need kitchens of their own, as well as just a pure area for itself. So I'm going to have a kitchen here and maybe a small dining area over here, just so we can have everything figured out. So we're going to start by decorating this room. Now, there's a reason this room is done the way it is, because if I go any further this way, that's the staircase that gets us down here. So if I go into the layered You can see it right there. That's the staircase that goes down into the storage room. And then back this way, I think I'm going to do a hallway, or a small bit of a hallway that goes off into brewery and vinery. So it's off on its own. So I don't want to go too big on either one of these side rooms. So I feel like this is probably the perfect way of kind of doing this. Because Candlelight, I don't know if Farm and Charm has one, but I know Candlelight. Candlelight, I know, has a completionist banner. If I can find it. There it is. And then Farm and Charm, do you have one? I think it's just the Let's Do mods that have them, but I can look. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to go through all of this and see, because it's also gonna pull up Farmer's Delight. Which I know Farmer's Delight doesn't have one. I'm not worried about that. It does not look like Farm and Charm has one. I may be overlooking it, but I personally don't see it. What's this? Oh, it's a chicken coop! I can just make one of those? What are you? Chicken nest. I kind of want to make one of these and just see what it looks like. Hold on. Distractions away! We're gonna go see what this looks like. Oh my gosh! Okay, I don't know what these do, but they're cute, and I'm going to go throw them. Actually, I need to sleep first. But I'm going to go throw them out in the chicken coop area that we already have, because that's actually perfect. Because I was trying to figure out how I wanted to do that area. So this is actually kind of perfect. Okay, chickens! First of all, give me your eggs. And then I want to put these guys here. You just ate! Oh, they will go into the... Okay, one of them ate it. But... it's like a beehive. They can just go in there. Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to put in a few more. And they lay eggs inside of it. So they don't... their eggs don't just go all over the place. It's magic. Oh, that's my new favorite block. Farm and Charms really give in. It is giving Farmer's Delight a run for its money right now. Just purely for that one block. You know, just for consistency purposes. For the time being, we are gonna do this. Okay, those were the trapdoors that were originally on this doorway, because I didn't think I was gonna use this space. But now we're going to block this area off because our next mod is going to be this one. So I will finish this up, but I think I want to get, I know, distractions galore. But I kind of want to get the roof of the actual house done. Okay. I think I've also decided what I want to do with the roofing situation. Okay. Turn this off cave mode real quick. I think all the buildings in this district will have the same purple roof my house has. All the buildings in this district will have a green roof. So that signifies the animal district. And then the farming district will have a red roof on it. So by the time we get to the end of the series, each one of the like little districts of my base will have their own colored roofs to kind of signify where we're at in the base. If that makes sense. You will have to let me know in the comments, but that is my plan for the colored roofs. Okay, yes. We will be doing the detailing thing. Like, I'll probably do that off camera. I just mainly wanted to get the roof on. But the details with the extra wood bits that's all across the rest of this building, I am going to do that up there as well. Just, I need to get more dark oak before I do that. But it is a thought process I have. Just the roof has been left undone for so long that it kind of needed to get done. So now that roof's finally in place, let's go ahead and get the downstairs room done as well. So essentially what I'm going to be doing today is setting up for the next video. I'm going to be getting the kitchen set up and getting some boxes, getting the table and stuff already going in here. Essentially just getting all of that stuff going so we don't have to worry about the rest of it. Okay, Harvest Moon sets as we finish up this. Now, the room's a little bit dark, but I am going to be putting a table over in here for, you know, just general purpose table with some, well, I'm going to be putting a table here and then like some barrels or decorative bits across these walls. And then the kitchen, I decided to lower the roof and make it ebony planks because it's going to blend in with the staircase. I'll be completely honest, that staircase is basically in the roof. We're a little snug on this side, so I decided that I was going to do the vaulted roofs with the rest of these and then keep the kitchen kind of plain. The sink was going to go here. The stove was going to go here. And then the other stove for Farm and Charm is going to be going down here. And then I want to fill these in with some of the counters. So I was going to do a few extra counters here. Well, actually, I was going to do them back here. So it's just instant walk into here. So we have a little bit of bar seating back here. And so we have a full-blown kitchen back here. Now to get into making all that kitchen stuff and putting all this back. Okay, there's the cooking pot. And that should be the last of the bricks I need. So it's this, this, this. There we go. Turn up the heat. There we go. Now that's just getting the equipment to cook. Potluck preparations. Roast and boast. Okay. Okay, so all of these do stuff. Okay, there is still other things we need, like mincer. We still need that. We still need the crafting bowl. So there is still other stuff we need. And I'm going to try to get all of these before I get done today. Like, I'm going to fully set up this kitchen and then fully get this area set up as well. Just in preparation for what we're going to be doing next episode. And there we go. I do have a shelf in here for some of the foods we may create. I want one side for candlelight, one side for the Farm and Charm. And then if we need for any reason to place an item, like there may be a food that we may need to place somewhere. I don't know if it will have somewhere in there where we gotta place it. Oh, already completed one. The butter one. Because I think we got that as a reward. But one of them we may need to place down. So I do have this table space for it. And we have this to show some things off. I do have a loaf of bread now though. So I kind of want to just shove that up there. Bread. But we have everything we need in the kitchen. I even have the candlelight items that we may need for the candlelight stuff. In order to finish cooking all of it, I do have both the items for Farm and Charm, or all 4 of the items for Farm and Charm. And then of course we still have our sink back in here. I think because something's directly above it, the sink doesn't show, but it works just fine. It's just, yeah. We're gonna pretend we don't see it. If I pretend I don't see it, it's not a problem. But yep, this area is now fully decorated and ready for us to get started in the next episode. So, with all that said and done, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!